Because his dad's alive. I think that's just how history works. It might be new rule now, but you're right. William is Charles. But if he died before his mother does, Charles, as far as history goes, it always goes to the next one, his son. Excuse me. It's fascinating. Anyways, a lot of those people didn't have children. That's true.
Is this a king's crown?
It was kings and queens, so it was a uni-gender crown made for King James V of Scotland, and then passed down, worn by his daughter, his grandson, great-grandson, and then great-great-grandson.
Oh. Where's the throne sit? Where does it at? The throne?
Just Stone of Scoop?
No, the throne.
Sorry.
The chair?
That's down in Westminster.
Oh.
Throne of the Kings and Queens, yeah, down in London, yeah.
The Scottish king and queen?
No, our Scottish kings were crowned on that stone. When
Yes,
Edward
but the stone sat inside of a chair.
When it went down to England in 1296.
Oh, so the Scottish throne sits in England?
Just the stone. This is our throne. We didn't have a chair. The chair is English. That makes sense?
So just the stone sits in England?
Yeah.
But you said it's right there.
Yeah. The chair that the stone goes into is in England.
Is in England.
The stone itself will travel.
And that's the Scottish throne that sits in England?
Yes.
Okay.
It sort of represents Scotland in the British throne. So when there's a new monarch, Charles or William, the stone will travel all the way down for the ceremony, put under the English chair, then it'll come all the way back up afterwards. Because it's originally Scottish, it now lives in Scotland.
Oh, but is the Scottish throne still in existence?
That's it. That is it.
The Scottish throne is always just a stone?
Stone, correct. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, thanks.
No problem. If you want to go through this way, please, I'll take you down to the royal apartments. Enjoy. Yeah, so somebody wrote a letter to Scotsman and asked if that's true or if it was history's changed, sometimes it passed on. And they didn't respond because I don't think anybody's an answer to that because it's one of those things you can't do the question. But I do know that history's got some sons and daughters of kings that are princes that died on war. I heard that it was found.
It was found?
Yes, by Brian.
That's what Brian gave me. Was there not somebody else on the phone earlier on before that?
Not that I heard.
No? Because I thought Brian...
There was a call for a camera.
It's a camera? Right, okay.
What's a sword? Did they ever use it, or is it just for? Is it just used for ceremonies?
Most famously, when you're becoming king, you'd wear the Scottish crown and you'd hold the Scottish sword of state. It represented power, protection. You wouldn't fight with it; it would probably fall apart if you tried. To be honest, it's silver gilt and it's hollow.
So they would just hold it like this?
One hand for the sword, one hand for the sceptre, whilst you're wearing the crown at the same time, and that's the ceremony. It was later on then used for knighting ceremonies, things like that, but it's retired now because the crown still comes out every few years at the opening of Parliament, just for ceremony, but they don't take the sword out.
So they would hold this and this when they're on the stone?
Yes, sir.
Would the sheath still be on it?
Yes. I mean, the stone actually exists even before these. So if you try and imagine a time even before things like crowns, the stone was the whole ceremony. So you were asking about a throne. Try and imagine a time before we have crowns and jewels. If you became the king, your whole ceremony was you sitting above a piece of your land. That was the whole thing. It was almost like a marriage.
Oh, I see.
There you go. But then used together as well once we started having things like jewels.
So they have an English throne and a Scottish throne down in England?
No, this is the Scottish one. It just lives here.
Scone, I mean stone. Throne, I mean.
No, just the stone represents the throne.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you said there's both an English throne and a Scottish throne sitting down in England?
No, there's an English throne in England.
Right.
Okay. Now, when there's a British coronation, which represents England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales, like Her Majesty does today, when she passes away, and the next in line, the stone goes down into the throne. So it's like a piece of the throne. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So this is for Scotland.
So
the chairs for England and Ireland.
and what occasion would the stone be put into the throne in England?
When the next British monarch is crowned, to
British
represent,
monarchy?
yeah, so the Queen to represent the
Do you
family.
think Scotland will ever have a king?
It's the Queen. The Queen's the Queen of Scotland as well. Yeah, that happens
Do you think
because
Scotland will ever have its own king
no,
or
sir,
queen?
because the
ever?
royal family goes all the way down to the royal family we have now, and I'll tell you why that happens. 400 years ago, kings and queens of Scotland, kings and queens of England separate, but the Scottish king became the King of England. Since then, we've had kings and queens of Britain all the way down to Her Majesty, so she's our queen as well, which is why the stone goes down. The stone is our part of the throne.
Is that why there's is that what the guy on the horse on the
In the necklace?
Order of the Thistle thing?
That's a little bit different. That's Saint George. He's a patron saint, and he's just representing power. You know, the order.
There's a guy on a horse, and it's English.
Yes, that's the English Order of the Garter, and then above it you've got another stone, another jewel, which is the Order of the Thistle, which is the same thing but Scottish. So kings nowadays and queens can have both because they'll be a member of the Scottish Order and the English Order. So all kings and queens since the 1600s have been British, not Scottish, not English, British. A lot of people still say the Queen of England. That's actually incorrect. It doesn't bother me. Some Scottish people get annoyed about it. I couldn't care less. But you know, so the correct term would be kings and queens of Britain, and that's since King James VI re-wore this crown. He was one of the kings who wore it, became the King of England. And it wasn't a war, it was just the bloodline. He had the bloodline. The last English queen had no children, so it went to her cousin, who was the King of Scotland. You with me?
Yeah.
There you go. It's very
So what happens
interesting.
here at the bottom?
That's just age. That's just wear and tear from time. It dates from 1507, a gift from the Pope. At a time when, you know, trying to keep good relationship with Italy and Rome, and trying to keep us Catholic.
What is it that wore and tore it?
Just age, just time. It's just silver. Yeah, it's just hollow. It's empty.
So I get old, my arm will just fall off.
I hope not. Well, if you get to 500 years old, maybe.
Is that how old it is? 500?
507 years old. So there you go. Not too bad, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, any more questions? Let us know.
At the end, it's a walnut.
It's an acorn.
Acorn?
The oak tree is the coat of arms for Pope Julius II. He's the man who gave us the sword. So like, trying to keep us Catholic, really. Like at that sort of time period when I had a good relationship with Rome. Same as the scepter, so they're both made in Italy, whereas the crown's all Scottish gold, Scottish pearls. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.